we have completed the first chapter of our basics of project management topic. The first chapter was organization. We have understood what is meant by organization, then we understood what are the organizational workflow processes, the three terms that is very important: power, that is authority, second term responsibility, and third accountability. Then we saw 5 functions of organization: POCC, planning, organizing, commanding, controlling, coordinating. Then we studied different types of organizational structures. Basically there are two types, one is functional type, another is project based, okay, and the mix of these two is third type, that is matrix. So having completed the first topic of our project management, now we are moving towards the second chapter, and the second chapter is actually we will talk about what is meant by project, what is meant by project management, okay. So our second chapter in this topic is Introduction to Project Management, okay. So first of all we should know what is meant by project, okay. We have understood what is meant by organization, now we are understanding what is meant by project. Okay. So we will say that project is defined as any series of activities. Project is defined as any series of activities or tasks having different characteristics, okay. So what are the characteristics? Defined objective and desired specification. Then start and end times. I should write here having defined objective and desired specification, having start and end time, involve multifunctional jobs, and finally utilizing human and non-human resources, okay. This is meant by a project. Now having understood this, we have to clearly understand the difference between organization and project, okay. What we have understood about organization, we said that organization is group of people, okay. If we compare organization with project, then we have seen that organization is group of people, and similarly we are saying here that project is any series of activities or tasks. So if there are various activities to be performed and we are performing all these activities together, then we will say that we are executing a project. That is a project, okay. So group of people, organization, series of activities or tasks, project. Now further moving on, there are specific characteristics, properties of any project. First and the most important is these series of activities are not haphazard. Okay, all these activities together have a defined objective. Okay, so if we are executing a project, then there is a proper defined objective of that project and also the desired specification. What is meant by specification? It simply implies that if we are executing a project, let's say construction of metro, then we have in prior fixed what should be the specification, what should be the concrete to be used, what should be the aesthetic parameters, how would be the HVAC system and so on. Okay. So, what is the objective and what are the specification? All these are fixed. Similarly, we have seen that organization is a group of people, but further on we have seen that it also has a defined objective. Okay. So, now we can say that organization also has its objective and each project also has its defined objective. Now, the second characteristic is having start and end time, start and end times. Now, what is meant by this? It is simply saying that if we are starting a project at this time, then this project must be completed within the fixed time. Okay. So, this is the most crucial difference between organization and project. If we are starting an organization, then are we or do we want to end this organization? No. Okay. If we are starting the organization, then what we want, that organization should go on increasing. Okay. Its profit should go on increasing, its turnover should go on increasing, it should perform more projects and so on. So, there is no end time for any organization, but here we are saying that each project has a fixed start time and also fixed end time. Okay. So, project, if it is getting started, it must be completed within the specified time, and this is the most important parameter for deciding the success or failure of project. We see many a times, there are plethora of examples before us. For example, if we say that in Bhopal or in Indore, a flyover was being constructed, and let us say 2012 it is the start time of construction of flyover, and the government has decided that we will complete it within 4 years, that is by 2016. Okay. So, from 2012 to 2016, this was the duration fixed for the completion of flyover project. But actually what we see in general, the time duration is not adhered to. Many a times the cost overrun occurs and also time overrun occurs, that it will not get completed by 2016, either it will completed by 17 or 18 or even 19 or 20. So, the word I am focusing on is the delay. Okay. Many a times delay in project occurs. So, why we say use the word delay? Because it was initially planned to have a fixed end time, and if it is not getting completed by this time, then we will say there is delay in the project. Okay. So, this should not occur. Okay. So, this is the most important difference and the most important characteristic of any project. Now, next, these two are similar to the organizational characteristics. Here we have seen that organization is a group of people, and why group of people come together? Because we understood that each individual has different type of specialty, different types of skill, they can perform different type of functions. Okay. So, to attain objective of organization, all these people must come together. Similarly, we are saying here that if project has to achieve its objective and to perform all these activities, then different type of functions are required to be done, and hence we will say multifunctional jobs, multifunctional roles are required here also. So, in organization also multifunctional occur and project is also multifunctional. And the last one, it utilizes human and non-human resources. Very simple. We have used this term resources many a times during the discussion of organization chapter, we have seen that organizational resources are manpower, that is labor, engineer, executive, equipment, finance, machinery, technology and so on. Okay. So, all these resources are also utilized for completion of the objective. Very simple, from common sense we can say that any project requires resources to get completed, both human resource and non-human resource. In non-human resource there will be several type of resources. Okay. So, this is the definition, we can say in simple terms we can understand what is meant by project. So, we should keep in mind these two things. Okay, we can compare them together and we can understand both. This is a group of people, it is group of activities, some phenomena, some properties are same, it is also multifunctional, it is multifunctional. Okay, it also requires different type of resources, here also different type of resources, but the crucial difference is if project has been started, it must get completed within a time. Okay, so this was our project. Now the topic is project management. So we should now understand what is meant by project management. So it becomes very easy if you understood this project. What we'll say in simple terms, project management, or we can say a successful project management involves achieving the objective within defined time, within defined cost and the desired specification level. A very simple term we can say. So moving on to the second concept, and which becomes very easy to understand, that is what is meant by project management. So we'll simply say a successful project management involves completing the project, okay, or we should say achieving the project objective, achieving the project objective within cost, within time and at desired performance or specification level. Very simple. Okay. So we will say if we are managing a project, then we are trying to achieve the objective of this project, and we are trying to achieve this objective within the desired time, within the desired cost and within the desired performance and specification level. Okay. So for example, if there is a company, let's say mobile company Samsung, and it is launching any product, for example S9, S10 brand. Okay. So S9 or S10 mobile, it wants to launch in the market. So what we'll say, this organization Samsung is implementing a different project, and the project is S9, and in this project the Samsung company must have decided the objective to be achieved. Okay. And what is meant by objective? In simple terms, manufacturing of this phone, and under this it has also decided that what should be the specification of this phone, what should be the performance level and so on. Okay. So if this organization is managing the project, then you will say it must achieve the objective, that is launching this phone within the cost it has decided, and the most important, within the time. It must have decided that okay, we will launch this phone by February 2019. So if it has decided this date, then this phone must be in the market by that time, and if it is not in the market, then we will say it is not a successful project management, it is failure. And finally, the performance level, the specification level that has been decided, it must be achieved. Okay. So, very simple term. So, now we can say that we have studied first chapter organization, we are studying this chapter project management introduction. Now, we will say that who manages the project. In simple term, it is only the organization. In any organization, there are various projects and each project has different objective and different resources and their own start and end time and the cost performance. Okay. So, having studied what is meant by project, what is meant by project management, and also understanding that organization manages the project. So, we can introduce another definition of project management. Okay. So, what will be the another definition? We will say simply, since project management is done by organization and in organization 5 types of functions are performed. So, all these functions are performed for each type of project. Okay. So, we will say that a project management involves planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating and controlling, okay, of the organizational resources to achieve the project objective. Okay. So, another definition, this was one definition of project management. Another definition could be project management is planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating and controlling of organizational resources to achieve the project objectives. Okay. So, we can understand project management through this definition or this definition. Okay. Both involve similar thing. So, this was the concept of project management. Now, we will move on to further aspects of project management.